So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Guys, I want to talk about an interview that Terence Crawford did with IFL TV. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. Wow, what a fiery interview from Terence Crawford. Basically says he wants to F up Kell Brook, says he wants to destroy him. Now, I don't know why Terence has reacted like that, because Terence Crawford, we all know, is quite a laid-back character. But he told Kell Brook to his face that I'm going to beat you up. We know Terence Crawford can be quite a mean character, but as Kell Brook said something, Kell Brook got under his skin. Or is it just a case that Terence Crawford wants to do a better job? I do think that Terence Crawford's going to want to do a better job than what Spence did. He's going to want to outclass and dismantle Kell Brook and knock him out. Terence Crawford wants to destroy Kell Brook. He wants to batter him, because I think he thinks that people thought that was a hard fight for Spence and he was a good fight, and I think he would want to do a proper number on Kell Brook. Is the Kell Brook that Terence Crawford's gonna face now the Kell Brook that fought Errol Spence? Probably not. He's probably a bit more. He's more inactive. He's a lot more shot. He's definitely a lot more past it. You know, he's not the fighter he was. People thought he was probably past it after the Golovkin fight. Golovkin really hurt him, but I don't know. It's a tricky one. It is a tricky one. But I think that Terence Crawford is going to want to dismantle Kell Brook. One thing I will say is that Terence Crawford said, "I'm the champion. Kell Brook's got to come to my backyard." And I found that quite a bit strange, because Terence Crawford, we know, is not a big pay-per-view name or a pay-per-view fighter in the US. He doesn't sell huge he doesn't do any pay-per-view numbers. You know, we saw the Khan Crawford fight do 150k pay-per-view buys. He doesn't even go on pay-per-view unless it's a big fight. That Kell Brook's not a name in the States, so that's not going to do any business in the States. That fight could potentially be on pay-per-view here, and even then it doesn't do huge pay-per-view numbers. But Terence Crawford, from that interview with IFL TV, he has completely dismissed him coming to the UK. That's what it says, but maybe Bob Arum might convince him. But it doesn't seem to me there's a market for that fight in America. I don't see Terence Crawford and Kell Brook being a fight in America. I just don't. I can't envisage it. I just think it's, you know, people are not going to be interested. They're not going to be interested. I think if Terence Crawford really wants to have that fight, I think he should come over to the UK, and I think that's only where the market is for that fight. I don't think there's a market anywhere else for a fight like that. I just don't think Americans are going to be interested in that fight at all. Brook's not one of the top welterweights anymore. Crawford admitted that himself. He even said that, you know, Brook's not one of the top welterweights. He said, if I can't get the other top welterweights, then Kell Brook's an option. And he said exactly the same thing when he fought Amir Khan, that, you know, if I can't get the top welterweights, this is the best fight I could potentially get. And that's what he's saying about Brook. So it's not what he wants, but it's, if he can't get the other top welterweights, then Brook will be a fight that he'd be interested in taking. I think Terence Crawford is going to want to do a proper job on Kell Brook. He's going to want to. He's not just going to want to outclass him. He's going to want to dismantle him. He's going to want to do a proper job, in the sense that we know that Porter was a tough fight for Kell Brook, and that was a good fight, very close fight. We know Spence, up until, you know, Kell Brook stopped, you know, the fight was stopped. Kell Brook was doing very well in that fight. I think Terence Crawford's going to want to dominate him from round one and dismantle him and stop him and do a proper job on him. And I think it's for Kell to stop that from happening. But Terence Crawford is definitely a guy in his prime. He's got the bit between his teeth, and he wants to prove to the world that he is the best. So he's going to be a hard train to stop for Kell Brook. What do you guys make of it? What do you make of Terence Crawford's comments? The fact that he's not really interested in coming to the UK, wants that fight in the US, and he says he's going to destroy Kell Brook. What do you guys make of it? Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.